everyone. Welcome to Parenting Power Struggles, Parenting Teenagers with Power Struggles. Today is episode 2, and we are going to talk about boundaries. Um, let's talk about boundaries, right? Boundaries are they are simple, but yet they feel so complicated because emotions like guilt, anger, frustration, and mainly teen pushback is taken into consideration, correct? So, what I would like to talk about is it need not be so difficult. It is actually simple to set boundaries provided we are calm and confident, right? And before we even step into understanding why we have to set boundaries, let's understand why boundaries are necessary, right? Boundaries are necessary because kids actually thrive with structure. Even though they try to push the limits all the time, they still want to have some structure. They are looking at us, they are seeking for some kind of discipline and structure. That's why schools work. They listen. Why do you put your kids in classes? Why do you put, they can just sit at home and do some math practices and English worksheets and things like that, right? Why do you have to send them to classes? Because structure gives them safety. They feel confident when there is a structure and there is a person, an adult to look up to, right? So they are actually looking up to us to see, are you going to give me a structure? I'll follow it. But when you don't have any structure, yet expect them to behave like adults, behave maturely, that is not practical, right? That is not actually even fair, to be honest. Boundaries are necessary for kids to have some container for them, plus for adults to feel not drained. Because at the end of the day, most parents of trains are constantly drained and tired, arguing, negotiating, monitoring kids all the time, right? And having these emotional dialogues, arguments, not dialogues, arguments all the time. So, boundaries are necessary both for kids and for parents because boundaries equals freedom. I will repeat. Remember this equation: boundaries equals freedom, both for kids and for parents. Because when you have boundaries, you're not guessing. It's not a guessing game. It is not the emotional drama of, oh, I'm doing all these things for you. You don't even listen to me. You don't pay respect, give respect to me. All that is not needed. This is the boundary. This is the rule. This is the contract. We follow it. Then actually it gives us freedom. We don't have to constantly worry. We don't have to constantly monitor them. We don't have to constantly negotiate with them. We know, they know what is going to happen when actions have consequences. If I don't do this, this is what is going to happen. Simple. No drama needed. You did this is going to happen, right? That brings structure and discipline for them. And it is also needed because we as parents, we have a responsibility. We have a responsibility to develop adults who are disciplined, mature, emotionally wise, and responsible. We have to give that to the society. We have that responsibility as parents. You can get that only when you set some kind of boundaries. Discipline comes with boundaries, right? Limits have to be there. Now, the next thing we are going to talk about is how to implement boundaries. Boundaries, what are they? They should look like simple contracts. No drama, no long explanations, no reasoning, nothing. You are a parent, you are the authoritative figure in the house, you are paying for everything for them, you have the leverage, use it. It's as simple as that. You have the leverage, use it. And the best leverage is the device, their phone, right? So, do you have, um, like, let's say we put a boundary for a simple rule: no phones on dining table, right? That is a simple rule. No phones on dining rule, because no phones on the dining table, simple rule. What is the consequence? If you don't follow the rule, your phone will be taken away. Now, the third thing is a very, very important and very difficult thing for parents to do: follow up. Execute the consequence. They touch the phone, phone goes away. Okay, that's fine, I'll take it away. Exceptions are always there, but consistency is the key. Exceptions should not become a norm. They should not become frequent. Exceptions are exceptions. Once in a while, it's okay. I have this boundary with my son that he cannot use the dining table phone on. So morning he comes down at 8 o'clock. He has to leave home by 8:12. So he has 12 minutes on the dining table. He has to take his cereal and eat breakfast, right? So he used to have phone. I told him you cannot have phone on the dining table. He said, why? Because I said, these 10 minutes, I am preparing lunch for you, and this is the time for me to talk with you. Ask, what book are you reading? Which character did you like most? What is the story on this? You get to understand your kid. You get to understand their perspectives. Do you have any forms that I need to sign? Do you have any exams coming up? All those things. That is my time to ask him all those questions. At that time, and after he comes back from school, he eats snack and at dinner time. Those are the times I can talk to him with his attention towards me, right? I don't want to negotiate that time with something else. With a phone in his hand, I don't want to do that. So I told him, if you have the phone in your hand during breakfast time, I will take away your device. He said, okay. And I told him, your device is gone for one day. Now, when you take away device from your teenage kid, it is very important. Don't take it away during the school time, because anyway during school time they're not supposed to use the device. It won't pinch them. If the consequence doesn't have enough pinch, then it won't work. So take away the phone for 24 hours, because when do they use the device most? After they come back from school, they chat with their friends and everything, right? So he says they can get their job done with their laptop. They don't need the phone. If they say, I need to use the Dropbox, scan it, come in front of me, the phone is here, use it, go away. Leave the phone here, right? So he said, 2 days he followed the rule. Third day, again, I saw the phone in his hand. Why? I was very busy. I had a 8:30 meeting for me at work, and I was thinking about that meeting. So I didn't pay attention to him. I was not talking to him. He said, you're anyway not talking to me. You said the reason I don't have to have the phone is because you will talk to me. You're not talking to me, so I can have my phone. I need to entertain myself. I said, no, it is okay to get bored. The rule is a rule. Whether I talk to you or not talk to you, the rule is a rule. And I took away the phone. So next day, he came and he again took the phone for something. I said, second strike, your phone is gone for 48 hours. He said, that's not fair at all. That is a rule. That's it. You maximum have to set the rule for 48 hours or 72 hours max. That's it. In that period, if you don't give in and if you stick to the rule, that's it. They will follow the rule. They won't touch it. One day it was raining and I told him, hey, can you call Abir's mom? Can you check with Abir? I messaged Abir's mom for carpool. She's not responding. He goes on bike. Then he said, oh, I'm not supposed to touch the phone during breakfast time, right? I said, this is an exception. So you can do exceptions, but you're clearly stating it is an exception, right? So boundaries work when they are simple contracts, no drama involved. Don't set boundaries during emotional meltdowns because it sounds like a consequence. Jumping a red light is a rule. Do not jump a red light. Whether you're driving fast, whether you're driving slow, whether there is nobody on the streets, doesn't matter. Jumping a red light is an offense. Simple. That's it, right? So something like that. And do not reward boundaries. Please do not reward boundaries. Don't say, if you do this, you will get this. If you do chores in the house, you will get rewarded. You will get $10. No, don't reward boundaries. Boundaries are something like house rules. They are like wearing a seatbelt. You don't get rewarded for wearing a seatbelt. You don't get rewarded for brushing your teeth, for taking shower. You do not get rewarded. Same thing, make your pet. Put the trash cans outside on Fridays, Thursdays. Bring the trash cans back. Empty the garbage can. Simple things, they have to do it. You are part of the family. You have to act as part of the family. You have to do it. Simple. This is the rule you follow. House rules, right? No negotiations. Now, let's talk about 5 places that you can set boundaries today with your teenagers. I know you can set boundaries at a lot of places, but I think the very common question I get asked by all the parents is screens. TV, laptop, cell phone, Switch, PlayStation or whatever, Nintendo Switch devices, right? Screen. So let's talk today about 5 boundaries around screens. Okay. First thing, no screens at dining table. If you want to enforce that, you have to follow it too. Adults cannot have a screen. You have to follow what you're asking your kid to do. No, because you are showing that I am disciplined, I'm asking you to be disciplined as well, right? So no screens at dining table. How does the playbook? Simple rule, no screens around dining table. Now, what is the consequence? Expected behavior is no screens. What is the result if you don't follow the rule? Your phone will be taken away for 24 hours. Strike 2, your phone will be taken away for 48 hours. Strike 3, 72 hours. Now, what are the exceptions? Even when your family member, your friend, somebody called you, you can say, you know what, I will pick up the phone later. You need to be disciplined enough to follow. For you to teach discipline to your kids, you have to be disciplined first. You need to be consistently following up. The third thing, the playbook is set the rule, set the expected behavior, follow up, consistently follow up. That is the key thing. You have to have the discipline to follow up with your kid, and you don't have to do it so many times. 2 or 3 times they will fall. They're very easily what do you call it, malleable kind of thing. They really mold easily. So do that, right? That is how the playbook looks like. Now the 5 simple places where you can set the thing is: no, these are your options, these are the things that I would like to do it at home. No screens during at the dining table. No screens when we are having important conversations. When you're having some emotional conversations, right now I just came from open house at EHS. We have been talking about the classes that you want to take and everything. Advanced English, no advanced English, summer classes, 2 classes, 1 class, all these things, right? Do not have these important conversations which are going to get emotionally heated up when there is TV running on, when the kid has a phone or you have a phone in your hand. In between you are looking at your phone. No, complete full undivided attention to your kid, right? That way your message is sent strong and clear. What you are making will be taken, speaking will be taken seriously, right? So no phones, no screens while having important conversations. Third thing, when you are having a device in your hand and you are disrespectful to your siblings, to your parents, to your grandparents, to your pets, anything, your device will be taken away for 24 hours. You cannot entertain disrespectful behavior when you have screen in your hand, no matter what the conversation. You don't understand. My friends are having important conversation. You don't know, no matter what because I don't know what the conversation is going on there. You don't have the right to expect me to know what is going on there and entertain whatever behavior. So no disrespectful behavior when you have technology in hand. Next thing is responsibility with devices. When you have devices, you cannot let go of chores, commitments, responsibilities. Those cannot go away, because we as adults, no matter how much work you are having, you can have a release, you can have a problem, you are still doing it, right? You are coming back, you are doing cooking, you are cleaning, you are taking your kids to all the classes. You are not letting go of your responsibilities. Same thing with kids too. Whatever little responsibilities they have, they cannot let go of them. Boundaries around responsibilities and screen. And the fifth one is screen time. How much screen time are you willing to give your kids across all devices? 2 hours across all devices, across all apps. My son started playing a new game. It needs 3 apps. Amma, can you give me 15 minutes for this app? He sends 3 requests. You cannot give like that. You need to understand what they are doing. You need to understand their world. If you don't, they will take you on a ride. Okay, so these are the 5 things where you can implement, and it's very simple. State the rule, expected behavior. This is the playbook for you. State the rule, expected behavior, follow up consistently. These are the 3 things. If you follow and start small, right? Start with one thing. Look at for 2 weeks. And actually, kids enjoy these things. These are like little, what do you call it? They take pride. Anybody, when they follow a certain rule, right? They actually take pride in when they achieve something, when they achieve that consistency. And another thing is, why should we do this? Is as I told you, it is our responsibility to raise adults, right? Good adults, responsible adults. Now, if you see any successful people these days in Instagram and everything, anybody, when this mental health has become such a very important topic. Any successful person you take, Michael Phelps, Hrithik Roshan, Deepika Padukone, uh, Simone Bales, anybody you take, any Olympic sports person, any um, regular sports person, any actor, actress, highly achieved, like, Ivy League kids, everybody talk about their mental health. In spite of their mental health, they're pushing through. How? Because they made everything a discipline, a behavior. They are not relying on motivation, they are not relying on dopamine hit. When you rely on motivation, you don't feel like getting up out of the bed, you don't feel like doing anything. But if you create a discipline, it becomes a habit, you can work on autopilot. You can be depressed, you can still do everything that you're supposed to do, what you're responsible to do. Go show up in classes, go show up at work, go show up to school and everything. These days, I'm hearing so many students who are coming to me, high school students, I'm hearing high achieving kids who are actually not going to classes. I started hearing middle school students doing that, not waking up and going to classes. Parents are having such a struggle with the kids. Why? Because they are not motivated for whatever reason, and you will not believe the reasons why kids are not going to classes. The thing is, unless it happens to us, we don't know. So, my mission is to educate parents and teens to have emotional awareness, have emotional regulation, have some discipline and boundaries in the house so that you don't have to learn the hard way, right? So, boundaries help you to work even though when there is no motivation, because a habit becomes a behavioral change, and behavior creates you. It creates the person you are, it creates an identity for you. Good behavior, right? So, how to implement these boundaries? With calm confidence. You need to be calm. There is a power in silence, there is a power in composure. If you are not calm, if you're on edge all the time, if you're anxious, and if you're emotionally melting down, if you're doing so much emotional drama, I'm literally calling it emotional drama, and most parents, mainly moms, I'm sorry to say, but the majority of moms do emotional drama. I do so much for you, I do this, I do that, and they cry and they say, you know what, I should not even let you buy the new phone for you. Why did you buy that? Why did you buy the latest MacBook Air? Why did you did all those things? Because you wanted your kids to be well, right? So don't put it on them. You be very calm. I will tell you, for all the IT folks here, right? Treat it like a SOP or a project plan. State very clearly what is in the contract. State very clearly what is the scope. State clearly what is outside the scope. It is as simple as that. Be very calm. If you do this, this will happen, right? So, long term impact is we raise responsible adults, right? So, in conclusion, boundaries are very, very important. They give you freedom, they give you so much peace in the house, and they give you calm, connected families. Your kids actually respect you when you are setting boundaries for yourself and for them. You're consistently following up, and you actually have a peaceful home. What else can you give to your kids? If you just imagine giving a peaceful household to a high school kid, how important is that? They will thank you, you will thank yourself, right? So that is my topic today on boundaries. I see there were some people and they were dropped down today. I may had a glitch with the link. I'm still learning how to do YouTube live, so thank you for your patience. Let me know. I can open up for questions right now. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the chat, or you can ask me directly. Do you have any questions? Let me know if you have any questions in the chat about boundaries, setting boundaries, or with your kids, any struggles with your kids, anything like that. If you have a question, please put it in the chat. Okay, I don't see any questions. Um, Again, once again, as I said, there was a glitch today in sending the correct link. I'm glad whoever joined, you were able to join. Um, so if you have any questions, you can ask me. Otherwise, I will send the link to the replay and you can watch the replay. Okay. I will wait for a couple of more minutes. If you have any questions, put it in the chat. Otherwise, I'm going to sign off. I still see people here. I don't know if you're not able to put things in the chat. Okay, that's fine. Uh, I think I'll troubleshoot it later to see if in any way I'm blocking the chat. I don't see it. I can see the chat. Anyway, thank you very much for coming today for episode 2. And we will talk about, I have to decide what to do on episode 3. You can send out me questions as well. If you have any questions, any specific topic that you would like to talk, you can always send that to me and I will discuss that next week. Okay. Thank you.